adding some additional outside lights. We just wanted to take a minute before the video actually starts to thank all of the people who have subscribed to the channel. We just hit 1,000 subscribers, which is a major milestone for any YouTube channel, and we wanted to express our appreciation to each of you who have subscribed and supported us.
We've really enjoyed sharing our travels and our tips with you folks, and we appreciate knowing you've been enjoying it as well.
So if you have something else you would like us to cover, please feel free to give us a comment down below. Or there's an email address in the closing screen. You can send me an email there. I'd love to hear from you about any questions you have or any comments you have, or again, anything we can do to improve the channel and make it better for you. Hi, this is Jim from RV4x40.com, where we share our adventures as full-time RVers and try to pass along some tips about how to camp and where we camp and other things we've done to the RV to improve it. So we hope you enjoy this. This week I want to talk about adding some outside lights. These are the Boogey Lights. They're more sophisticated than just a simple LED light. It's a light strip that has red, blue, and green LEDs in it. So from that you can get about any color you want if you get their more sophisticated controller. We didn't do that. We got a simpler one, but it still has the same tricolor LED strip. I'm going to show you the results of hooking it up. And in our case, one of the problems I'd had trying to figure out how to install these lights was how to connect the 12-volt power to them. I didn't like the idea of having to drill holes in the wall or run wires down and around and over and under and through to get to a 12-volt source. So with this RV, it actually has two outside light fixtures, one over the door, which is fairly traditional, but it also had a second fixture on the main slide on the passenger side. And so I was able to remove the guts of that light fixture and just use the 12-volt power going into it and put all of the electronics I needed for the controls for this LED strip inside of that. So it's pretty well weather sealed, although the controller seems to be pretty weather sealed anyway. And just as a note, Boogey Lights does not contribute to this. They didn't give me the lights. We bought those and paid for them like you would. But I'm very happy with the installation. One of the things I will pass along, and they give you some material from 3M, which is an activator, which you want to use on the surface, clean surface of course anyway, but use the activator. And then the 3M adhesive strips that they give you to mount the LED strip will hold a lot. I also use the same 3M very high bond tape or VHB tape to hold the power cord up right underneath of the LED strip to run it back to the light fixture socket. So we'll show you what the result is and how it works. Installation of the LED strip is really quite easy. You want to clean the surface so it's free of dirt, oil, grease, wax, things like that. And then you want to apply the 3M activator before you stick the LED strip down. It'll help greatly with curing the adhesive and making it hold tighter. And you can start at one end and then just go to the other end. You can cut the strip every 3 LEDs or something like that. It's marked very clearly. So you cut it to the length you want if it's too long. If not, you have to figure out where to put the entire length. This just shows you the strip that we have up there going from one end to the other. On the left-hand end, you can see the wire that's running along underneath of it. That's also held in place with 3M VHB tape. And it simply comes up near that window and then it goes down where it's going to go around underneath of the light fixture. I just drilled a new hole in the light fixture to snake the wire into the socket where I was going to hook up to the 12-volt power to the controller. There are a number of wires that have to be hooked up. There are 2 power wires. Be careful with that because the color code may not match the color code in your light fixture. But 2 power wires that go to it, and there are 4 wires, red, blue, green, and black, the common return. They go to the LED strip. There are 2 other wires in here which are the antenna for the remote control system, which is just simply a fob. They can turn it on and off and make the lights change color and do all kinds of fancy things. I did the video of the light. It was still fairly light outside, so you could see the RV in the background rather than just have the lights isolated hanging in the middle of the air, which is what it would look like at night. But you can see some of the features and some of the different colors you can get from the LED, and I will just play through this video. It gives you some example of what you can do with their simple controller. Their more expensive one, you can use a phone with a Bluetooth application on it to do a lot more things with the lights if you want to, but I chose not to do that. Just use a simple watch fob, and quite frankly, we usually leave it on in just the blue color with a dimmed down somewhat, but you can play with it and have lots of different flashing lights go on if that's what your fancy is. Well, I hope you found this video useful and maybe gave you some information about an idea for how to install these. I know a lot of people put these lights underneath the coach, but I wanted them out where they could shine down where we're sitting for outside the coach in the evening or at night. So that's why ours are up higher, and I hope you got some useful information out of this. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, we would appreciate it if you would click on the subscribe button down below and subscribe. And the bell icon will notify you when we post a new video. We try to do that every week on Thursday evening, so stay tuned for next week. In the meantime, as we travel the highways and byways and the boondock sites of the U.S., we hope to see you around. If we do, give us a wave or say hello. In the meantime, have a great week.